Kami dari PT Solartech Utama atau sering dipanggil Sedayu, kita adalah perusahaan EPC panel surya yang membangun berbagai panel surya di Indonesia. Sejak saat ini kita sudah 10 tahun berdiri di Indonesia, lebih dari 200 proyek. Kita sudah mengikuti pameran Solartech ini lebih dari 3 kali, mana kita mendapatkan banyak leads, kesempatan untuk ketemu dengan supplier, prinsipal juga, dan mendapatkan leads baru juga untuk kita mengembangkan industri tenaga surya di Indonesia. Terima kasih.
So for JA Solar, we've been working in the industry, and last year, 2018, we are the #1 in terms of solar cell production, which is a key component of the power solutions. In Indonesia, we hope we can do the same thing. It's a very good platform, and for years, we've been working, attending Solartech, and this year the traffic is very from yesterday. We're already receiving many inquiries in terms of the solar roof and also the solar farms.
Hello Solartech team, 2019 BayWa RE Indonesia. We're a German-based company focusing on project development, investing into renewables, and that is mainly on PV solar, utility scale. We're very happy to be here at this trade fair and had a tremendous experience on the first day. Lots of interested parties, clients, potential developers we can work with, suppliers, and would encourage the team to keep this up and keep on running a very good trade show. Would encourage more companies, especially from Europe or the Americas, to join this conference. Look at Indonesia as an emerging market, great potential, not the easiest, but it's a huge country in the Solartech 2020 next year. Thank you very much.
Kami dari Kementerian SDM, Direktorat Jenderal Energi Baru Terbarukan dan Konservasi Energi. Di pameran kali ini kita lebih memfokuskan Peraturan Menteri yang baru tentang pembangkit listrik tenaga surya atap, yaitu Peraturan Menteri Nomor 49 Tahun 2018. Pengunjung di pameran kali ini rata-rata mereka yang memang sudah mengerti tentang energi surya dan memang mencari informasi mengenai peraturan-peraturan atau hal teknis yang lain tentang energi surya di Indonesia.
I think this market is very big. It's very potential than any other key. We want to build our reputation. So I think we have to go into this exhibition. So that's why we are here. Oh, I think this exhibition is quite good. You can invite more companies to here because as you see, we are top 10 in China, but we are the only one here.
Our company is a manufacturer for the LED downlights and the track lights. We are a Taiwanese company. Our main products is LED downlight, track light, and linear lights, panel lights. And our main market is in European countries. For this come here, so we want to explore the Indonesia market. For this exhibition, we will have a fruitful result.
pameran Inalai tahun ini sangat meriah. Selain pengunjung yang datang cukup banyak dan juga peserta daripada yang pamerkan diri, inilah yang terbesar untuk pameran perlampuan dan pengetahuan atau teknologi perlampuan yang lebih modern atau yang lebih canggih daripada yang tahun-tahun lalu.
Manual ini merupakan balas atau driver untuk lampu LED, di mana manual ini dibagi dua kategori. Untuk yang pertama untuk lampu khusus LED, yang satu lagi untuk power supply untuk di industri. Inalai tahun 2019 ini saya rasa cukup baik ya, dari segi pengunjung yang datang di booth manual juga lumayan, dan juga ada beberapa yang kita dapat kategorikan kategori yang prospek. Ada juga yang customer yang udah langganan kita, mereka datang sehingga kita memberikan update produk-produk yang baru. Kita berharap dari pameran ini kita bisa mendapatkan suatu klien-klien atau customer yang baru.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let us say thank God who has given us guidance and help me so that we can participate in this event. My name is Meira Sugandi from GEM Indonesia. It is an honor for me to be MC for these sessions and my pleasure to welcome you today. Welcome to the Solar Energy, Lighting, Smart City, and Electronics Digital Show Part 2, which will be held on March 30 until 31st. Ladies and gentlemen, we will begin the last session of product knowledge presentations. First of all, I would like to say thanks for all participants who joined us in this webinar. And also, we would like to thank you for participating in this event, being our sponsor. Solar Energy, Lighting, Smart City, and Electronic Digital Show 2021 is very grateful to have been able to get a sponsorship from your company. Thanks to our main sponsor, Huainan Sungrow Flooding Module Science and Tech Co Ltd, HyET Solar Netherlands BV, and Green Rhino. This session will be presented by our exhibitor. They will share about their product or presentation. The speaker in this session are from Dixon Tech, Huainan Sungrow Flooding Module Science and Tech Ltd, and HyET Solar Netherlands BV. This session will also be directed by Mrs. Bun Liun from GEM Indonesia as moderator. Well, without wasting time, we will immediately start the last session of product knowledge presentations. Please welcome Mrs. Bun Liun to direct the sessions. Mrs. Bun Liun, time is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Meira. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Solar Energy, Lighting, Smart City, and Electronics Indonesia virtual seminar of product presentation day 2. My name is Bun Liun, and I'm your moderator today. Today, we have 3 presenters who are going to share their precious information to us, and please allow me to introduce them. The first speaker will be Mr. Vikash Juneja from Dixon Technologies India Limited. Second, Mr. Rahmat Hardityo from Huainan Sungrow Flooding Module Science and Tech Company Limited. And our last speaker for today's session is Mr. Max Middelman from HyET Solar Netherlands BV. Mr. Vikash, Mr. Rahmat, and Mr. Max, welcome to virtual seminar of product presentation. It's a great honor to have you all here. Ladies and gentlemen, please be informed, after all speakers have delivered their presentations, we would have 15 minutes to ask some questions to the speaker. Please write on comment section. We need your name, the person whom you ask, and of course, the question. All right, thank you everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's welcome our first speaker, Mr. Vikash Juneja from Dixon Technologies India Limited, to deliver his presentation with the title LED Lighting, an Opportunity or Miss. Dixon Technologies India Limited is one of the biggest EMS company in India and the largest producer of LED lights in India, and have been existing since the last 27 plus years. All right, Mr. Vikash, you have 15 minutes for your presentation.
Thank you, Ms. Ban. Thank you for the time. Thanks for your offering me this slot for this presentation.
Excuse me, Mr. Vikash, can you speak louder?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying thank you, Ms. Ban. Thank you for your time and giving me this opportunity for the presentation. Hello, Indonesia. Selamat pagi. I'll share my screen and we'll start the presentation. Is it, I believe the screen is visible to everybody?
Yes, it's clear. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Good morning again, Selamat Pagi Indonesia. This is just a disclaimer about my presentation. This has some information about my company, should not be used for some illegal purpose, and it is just for the competitiveness and the fairness. Just a small declaration and disclaimer. I start my presentation. Is LED lighting is an opportunity or a miss? I would say it's we should not miss the opportunity first for this presentation to understand whether the LED lighting is actually is an opportunity or a miss. I'll go with the content. Well, I'll introduce the LED lighting. So this will include our presentation topic, and I will introduce about Dixon and our leadership team. LED lighting business is globally is around 54 billion in 2019, and it is projected to grow almost 13.4% from 2020 to 2027. And the reason, one of that is the lower cost of operation, reduced heat cost, heat losses, also make them a suitable replacement for intercedent lights. These lights are very cost effective compared to the intercedent light, delivering almost 50,000 hours for illumination with a small amount of energy consumed. So we want to understand why only LED lighting, because whole world is talking about the global warming. There has been summit in Paris. Every big organized big country is participating. G20 is there. Indonesia is also a part of G20. Is participating in global warming seminar in Paris. So it's a big concern for us and our future generation. So LED lighting is offering a solution where we can definitely capture this and address this global warming issue. And there is an exponential consumption of electricity, and this reduces LED lighting reduce the exponential consumption reduction. And there is a fossil fuel and the peak oil, which of course is another area. It has limited resources. And another reason I would say is the government mandates. And this mandates I would say is coming up not ever. I believe in Indonesia, it's coming up globally, I would say. So various countries, Europe has already banned for incandescent lamps and bulbs. And when we talk about the CFL, that's mercury in fluorescent bulbs is also had hazardous material. So if I talk about the one example, California is not allowing any new power plants. So that's the kind of alert we are having from our global market that how we are concerned about the global warming. Just want to understand what are the applications. The applications are huge actually. Just I try to mention the few of them is mobile, signages, traffic lights, backlights, LED backlights, automotive. Of course, definitely the last not the least, the emulation and the general lighting which we're talking about. We'll just brief about, I'll not go to the details one, but yes, we'll explain you what are the LED advantages. It's giving time spans compared to all incandescent light from 1,000 to 2,000 hours to up till 50,000 hours, even though 100K hours also depends on what package of LED lighting and the what solution we are using. Another advantage we have is almost a zero maintenance cost for this, and easy to installation, easy accessible, durable, value for money. And another reason we follow the energy efficient. Yes, that's another one. When in the previous slide when I talked about the energy efficient, it plays a very big role. So lumen per watt is much higher than the with the oven. I'll come to that. There's one comparator table I'll be showing it to you. So there is no heat generation, which we talked, and definitely it's one of the source for saving our energy. This LED lights basically these lights instantly instead of taking time, and so traditional lighting such as mercury vaporized fluorescent take considerable time to reach their full intensity. So that's not the case of LED lighting. So light disbursement is LED is majorly designed to focus its light. It's a directional source so that where compared to incandescent and fluorescent, we will see the brighter since the light radiates in all the directions. So the LED lights can be directed to the specific location without the use of no external reflector. Therefore, LED lights have been reducing the waste of energy and saves energy. So it's 100% recyclable now. Various organizations are coming up. Government is coming up for recycling of LED lighting. Low heat and low fire risk. That's the another is the safety one. It's LED lighting is a very safety stands on a very safety parameter. No UV rays and eye safety. That's the another one I would say with respect to the LED lighting opportunities. This is just a small comparison compared with LED lights, the CFL, and the incandescent bulbs. This is just the snapshot of my previous talks. That what I talked about the lifespan, the lumen per watt, whether it contains mercury or not. Heat emission is LED lighting is very low compared with the old the traditional incandescent lights. The lumens is if we talk about the one example, 450 lumens. If you want to have it, it's 4 watt, or even though now the packages, such packages are available. So even in the 3 watt also we can achieve 3.5 watt. We can achieve 450 lumens. Compare with all the one 450 lumens, we need to get it. We need to have it for 40 watts. It's, of course, it's definitely almost a 90% energy saving. Yes, there are challenges post-COVID, I would say. There has been a very disrupting market, particularly for the LED lighting one. Though some countries, one is, of course, the lighting are used in indoor and outdoor application where construction impacts a lot. Construction activity, if it stops, then of course its hampers our industry. Whereas countries like Australia did not halt the production, where in India, US, and many European countries, there the production halt, there was a construction halt, and there has been severe lockdowns. And now again, we are talking about the second wave or third wave. It's again a challenge for the complete industry, I would say. Yes, when we talk about the COVID, there has been slowdown in retail. Consumers are not going to the market, and which is a little giving a pressure on the industry with respect to the LED lighting consumption. And consumers are getting very particular and very price sensitive also because there has been challenges during COVID when lockdown was there, when businesses were slow. So the people are doing a very refined purchases, which is leading to some damage to the industry. Yes, nowadays there has been particularly increase in the product pricing. Commodity pricing are on fire. Be it any industry, be it steel, plastic, IC, the semiconductor. So though that has impacted product pricing a lot. So I would say yes, there has been plus, but yes, on the other side there has been challenges also considering the COVID-19 scenario. But yes, overall, definitely that's an opportunity. So we talked, we started with what's the benefits, then we talked about what are the comparison, then we talked about some challenges which we are facing with respect to LED lighting businesses globally, I would say. I will give you 2 more reasons for the LED lighting sourcing, the micro scenario and the macro scenario. Macro scenario, if I talk about the globally, complete world, of course, definitely China is China is the market where we are looking for some opportunity with respect to I would say consumers are facing a big challenges. Right. And another reason, micro scenario, if I talk about, there has been companies who are surviving because of the pandemic, because of the COVID-19 scenario globally. So there has been different challenges with respect to the micro scenario. So I'll take the one slide. Which is quite interesting. The whole world is looking for China plus one strategy. There are many countries is falling into this. India is also one. Why we are talking about this? Because there is an opportunity. So shift your global needs, shift your partnering needs from made in China to made in India, I would say. And Dixon is one of the organizations where we stand perfect with respect to our solutions available. I'll introduce Dixon in one of the slides. So Dixon started a journey since 1994 to 2020. We have been in 8 verticals. LED lighting is the one vertical which we started in 2008 with our CFL lighting, and Philips was our first customer who asked us to start this journey with them. And today we have more than 25 customers in our kitty. We are we are almost #1 lighting player in India. So we are one of the largest Indian design-led product solution company, electronic system design and manufacturing segment. We have the diverse product portfolio as like LED lighting, LED TVs, mobile phones, CCTV, washing machines, mobile medical electronics. We provide end-to-end solution manufacturing, designing, global sourcing, manufacturing, quality testing, packaging, and the further, of course, the dispatching and the further helping our customers to finally reach the products to the market. So we almost serve 4 out of 5 companies in India with respect to the lighting. 3 out of 10 companies LED TVs, 7 out of 10 for the washing machine. So where we have our own product solutions available, we have a very strong R&D team. We have almost 50 people R&D team in India, and globally also we are tying up with companies for our LED lighting solution. So we are one of the most backward integrated companies where we have wire bound components in houses. There we have panel assembly, we have PCBs, then sheet metal, plastic molding. So almost we serve 45% of Indian lighting requirement. So
excuse me, Mr. Vikash, you have 2 more minutes.
Yeah, I'll rush. Manufacturing facilities we have in Noida. We have 6 factories in Noida. We have 1 factory in Tirupati in South, and we have 4 factories in Dehradun. I'll introduce just one very quick one. We have deco lighting, we have indoor lighting, we have indoor lighting power to 26 watts, indoor lighting, the high power bulbs, the spotlights, we have downlighters, we have recessed downlighter, we have emergency lights, we have buttons, we have high power buttons, we have smart lighting solution, we have outdoor flood lighting, we have outdoor street lighting, we have clear candle series, then we have a fluorescent candle series. This is just a snapshot of the customer that Dixon has. We started with the 1 customer. We have almost a customer more than 25 customers now. So we have future plans. Presently, we have 15 SMT lines expanding to 5 another. We have 8, then another as MI, then assembling, and 1 more and adding it. We are FA for aging 38. We are adding 11 more in 2021 and 2022. We are packaging 38 and 11 adding more in 2021. So we have future plans. We have micro LED lights coming in place. We have LED radial lamps. We are coming up 2 color lights. That's the solution for coming solution for 2021-22. We have emergency series where we have more about power battery backup with the consistent power lumens, the high DC lumens. So emergency buttons with the constant lumens we are launching it. We have wall lights, we have bulb lights. So another one is the spotlights, the COB, the edge light downlighter series, the color changing 360 panels, flicker-free, UFO downlighters, the pen bulbs, the radar series that we are coming up with. So our leadership is Mr. Sunil Bachani, who founded Dixon in 1994. Mr. Abdullah is again is one of the founding member. So Mr. Vineet Mishra, he is our CEO for lighting, and myself, I take care of international business development. These are the just references where I took some data points. And thank you for giving the opportunity, and thanks from Dixon side. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the presentation, Mr. Vikash. Ladies and gentlemen, as we can see from the presentation, LED lighting is much better compared to incandescent lights in terms of quality and lifetime. And Dixon has diverse products could be offered to customers. All right, now let's continue to our second speaker. Bapak Rahmat Hardityo is a country manager from Huainan Sungrow Floating Module Sci and Tech Company Limited, and he will present to be the reliable FPV system and solution supplier. Sungrow FPV is a wholly owned subsidiary of Sungrow Group, which has 24 years R&D and production experience in PV industry area. Pak Rahmat, you have 15 minutes for the presentation.
Thank you, Ms. Bun, for your time. Hello, everybody. My name is Rahmat. I'm a country manager from Sungrow Floating. Let me share my screen first. Okay, so today I want to give our presentation with the title of To Be the Reliable FPV Floating Photovoltaic System and Solution Supplier. Yeah, this is our the example of one of our project in China. This is the end of the product of Sungrow floaters, combining with the PV modules, generating electricity for the surround society. As you can see in our screen, in the right side, there is an example of our end product of the floaters that will be utilized with the PV module. Basically, these floaters is plastic made using the HDPE basic material. Why we use it? Because HDPE have a good characteristic, toughness, fatigue resistant, and chemical stability. And the main point is to ensure there is no pollution on the additional pollution to the water because we are putting the new material above the water surface. With the HDPE, not only it's food grade and it ensure the quality of the water itself, but also it have a certain degree of toughness, and also the main characteristic is anti-UV resistance. With the HDPE plus additive and or master batch, we ensure the quality that the floaters that we deliver to the customers, not only for the 1-2 years, but also for the long life, especially for the public and private partnership. With the project period is more than 15 years. With our test cooperating with TÜV, it shown that the result that our design is proven to will have the long life 25 years performance. Basically, Sungrow have our own laboratory to test all the HDPE material from all around the world, maybe from Indonesia locally, for the Thailand, from the Philippines, from American, and also from the Middle East supplier. What we are doing with the TÜV, that we are making our samples and test it for the radiation of that simulating the sun radiation with a 1,400 kilowatt-hour per meter square with 1 millimeter thickness of the HDPE layer. And the result, the performance is showing a greater result than the IC standards. With this kind of the result, we very sure that our end product can meet with the quality and the performance of the 25 years of project period. To ensure our quality, not only design as a sample product, but also we are doing the simulation, tensile tests, also simulation with the PV module bracket from various PV manufacturer, Jinko, Seraphim, GA Solar, and other PV module manufacturer. And also beside the FAA simulation, we're also doing the load calculation and stress script simulation. Also, we simulate using the wind tunnel simulation to ensure that this equipment can withstand with the wind pressure during the project period. Now, during the floating product design, we are mapping and simulate all the surface of our floaters to make sure where is the most stress parts in our end product. This is only just a simulation and the example of one of our floaters end product. As you can see, the red color is indicating the most stress part in our floaters. By knowing that, we can improve our design further, not only for the one side or one side of the project, but in other side around the world. Basically, for the floating PV system solution, the system itself is a set of array of the PV module combining with the plastic floaters, and also the electricity generated by the PV modules is being converted to the DC-DC combiner box and transferred to the inverters to make it from DC to AC. Whether these inverters and the medium voltage transformer can be placed on shore or also in the floating barge to reduce the losses during by the cable, and also to make more efficiency delivering the power generating from the PV module to the electricity grid. This is one of the example of our design when we designing one of our project. By designing this layout, we know the arrangement of the PV module. Also, we can determine the cable route, and also we can design the cable above the water with the S route to make sure that the cable won't be entangled each other because of the wave or because of the wind. Besides the plastic floaters, we are designing for the floating barge. This floating barge can be installed by other electrical equipment such as medium voltage panel, inverters, and also medium voltage transformers. So it can reduce the cost and also at the same time increase the performance of the solar power plant due to the reduce of the losses because of the cable factors. This floating barge ensure that the performance of the electricity will not be interrupted by any failure, and also to make sure the performance of the floater itself will adjust the site condition, whether it's because of wind, wave, or the changes of the water surface due to the season, whether it is dry season or in wet season. Basically, before we are delivering our proposal to our customers, we are start the design from the anchor design, load calculation, and also checking which type of the anchor that's suitable for the site-specific project. The main factors that we calculate is mostly the wind effect, the wave effect, and the water flow effect. By knowing these three kinds of information, we can make the best design to fulfill our customer requirements. Now, before we can get the best design for our customer, we need to do the geographical survey and also confirm several information in order to design the best anchor system to support the performance of the plastic floaters itself. Within the design process, we are inputting the data that we get from the customers, input it in our software analysis, and make the 3D simulation, and propose it to our customers, EPC, and end users in order to make the construction SOP, to make sure that the quality that we deliver from design until the construction can fulfill the customer requirement and ensure the project life of 25 years. Beside the design, we have the laboratory that have a facility of wind tunnel test product. We are simulating the wind effect, and we take the data from the site project environment and simulate it in our laboratory to see what is the wind effect to the floaters that we are designed for the customer requirement. Also, beside the wind, the wave have a significant effect in the design of our floaters, not only for the geometric array model and time history wave data. We are also simulate the effect of the wave diffraction through the time of the project period for our platform floaters. Beside the wind and wave, the third factor is the flow and the load simulation to know which direction or which load that will affecting our significantly affecting our platforms, to ensure that these floaters will not be too stray away, or maybe flip, or maybe floats because of the wind effects. By the end of the wind, wave, and flow data, the final result will be like in this screen, that the design floaters will adjust with the condition of the site, and by then we can determine the best anchor design for our floaters in order to deliver the best solution for our customers. Regarding to the anchor block, before we sell of our product and make our design, previously we already test any kind of the shape and the mixture of the concrete to make the best anchor block type to fulfill the customer requirement. As you can see, we are testing for the trapezoid or in a rectangle with oblique jaw or not, and see what is the impact to our floaters. This kind of test is to getting the data to make sure that our anchor block can fulfill the site specific requirement. So what is the advantage of the developing of the FPV projects? We see that the energy comes from the FPV project is more clean, is more safe, and also it will give an added value to our environment, whether the water reservoir or natural lake in island or in the deep water environment. With the demand of generating electricity that need to be clean and safe, we can create a new demand for new job, for new technology on this particular area, especially Indonesia. When the FPV technology is still new, it can open for new market and new experts for the FPV in Indonesia. Also, with the floating PV power plant, it can be integrated to another type of power plant, whether it is hydro power plant, diesel generators, wind power plant, and other kinds of the energy power plant. And also with the PV and energy storage integration, it can ensure the quality and the stability of the electricity grid in that particular site project. Now, by ensuring this quality and this type of integration between the power plants, at the end it will attract new investment those country that will utilize the FPV project, and also it will bring new job and new opportunity and become the motor of the economic in that particular country. For more information of our Sungrow product, you can visit our website in sungrowpower.com, and also checking our YouTube Sungrow. You can search Sungrow in YouTube, and you can find several information and also animation film in the YouTube that will explain more about our product and our solution. Thank you for your time.
All right, terima kasih Pak Rahmat. Ladies and gentlemen, Sungrow Flooring relies on Sungrow Group, which has 20 years of research and production experience of solar power industry, and organizes a research and development group of floating system. The presentation was very good. Thank you, Pak Rahmat. And now our last presenter is Mr. Max Middelman, a business development manager of HyET Solar Netherlands BV. And today, Mr. Max is going to share us the presentation with the topic of Powerfoil, low cost and lightweight PV. HyET Solar is part of the High Yield Energy Technologies Group that develops technologies to accelerate the energy transition. HyET Solar is setting the new standard in PV technology. All right. Mr. Max, you have 15 minutes for the presentation.
Thank you.
Okay.
So thank you for having me. Really exciting to be here and to see that there's so much, so much interest in solar PV in Indonesia. So I'm Max Middelman, Business Development Manager at HyET Group. HyET Solar is part of this group where we make flexible thin film solar modules, and that's what I'm going to present today. So HyET Solar makes these flexible thin film solar modules. What we did in 2020 was we conducted a study with the National Renewable Energy Lab and Shell to show what the possibilities are with Powerfoil. What we saw is that our 12% energy efficient product leads to a comparable levelized cost of electricity of 18% glass solar panels. I will dive deeper into the details later on. Also, we showed that the reliability is really high. We have a performance of a degradation of less than 1% per year. So eventually that will lead to a performance in 20 years of more than 80%. We're currently commercially rolling out the products worldwide. So we have a lot of letters of intent from commercial partners in the market, which is more than 200 megawatt peak. Well, at the moment we have a pretty small production capacity, which we are scaling up. So that's at point 4. Where you see that we're scaling up the production capacity in the Netherlands only to 40 megawatts. And after that, we have an upscaling stage to 300 megawatts. At the same time, we're partnering with Pertamina in Indonesia to build a factory there as well, because we see a lot of potential in the market in Indonesia. And I will dive deeper into those kind of details as well. So what is Powerfoil? It's a flexible foil that you can bend and roll up, which makes it really easy to install on complex structures. It's extremely low weight, so it's 600 grams per square meter. So you can use it on roofs that are not built for regular glass solar panels, or for instance, with floating structures as well. Common applications here are football stadiums or distribution centers, those kind of applications, but also corrugated roofs, where you can integrate your Powerfoil modules into the building materials to make a BIPV product. The product responds really well to diffuse light, and it has a really low temperature coefficient, which makes it perfect, suitable for tropical humid climates, such as in Indonesia. where you have a lot of solar irradiance, but also a lot of humidity in the air, which will eventually lead to a higher yield with our technology. With the bigger factory that we're building right now, we can go to a competitive, low-cost product that we can sell and distribute all over the world. We don't use any toxic materials, and all those materials can be sourced within every country in the world, because we only use a bit of aluminum foil, a couple of polymer layers, and some silane gas. So that's perfectly suitable to source in any country, and that's also why we partnered with Pertamina, because we can source all the materials in the country itself, in Indonesia, and therefore keep the whole value chain in the country itself. So what you see, what I mentioned, we can produce the modules at really low costs, at less than 15 cents per watt peak at scale. You have really low balance of system costs because you can just stick your module onto a roofing surface. So you don't need any bolts or screws or any heavy materials to apply your modules to a roof. It's a highly efficient product, especially on the longer term. We can increase the energy efficiency to more than 20% efficient. That's what glass solar panels are aiming at as well. But at the same time, you also have these unique application possibilities. For instance, what I said, you can integrate it into building integrated PV products. You can apply it onto all kinds of structures that are not built for glass solar panels due to the weight. The modules can be made in any shape and size that you need. So our smallest modules are 30 centimeters long and 30 centimeters wide, but our longest modules can be 1.3 meters wide and 30 meters long, generating over 4.5 kilowatts per module. You can walk over them, so you can efficiently use the area that you have to fill it up completely, because you don't need any walking path to keep open. So what I just told you, the temperature coefficient, that's really low, and that's especially an advantage when you have a high surface temperature. Solar modules tend to lose some energy efficiency if they warm up. We don't really see that effect with our modules. So therefore, if you apply our modules in a really warm climate, such as in desert application or when there's a lot of solar irradiance, you see a more energy efficient product than glass solar panels. We have a better spectral response, so our product responds to a broader light spectrum, and that's especially useful for tropical climates where the humidity in the air will block a part of the direct light. The modules are made with long rectangular cells, which eventually reduces the risk of covering one of the cells that are linked in series, and therefore would reduce the output of a module if one part would be blocked from the solar light. So what I told you, the comparison between 12% efficient product of us and 18% glass solar panels. Here you see on the left side a typical Dutch house where we apply our modules compared to the glass solar panels, where you see that our product can cover the whole roof because you can make it in any shape and size. You can just cut pieces out or make them in a shape that you need and cover the whole roof. Well, glass solar panels are always in the same shape and same size, and therefore you lose a lot of available area. On the second example, you see that we can cover the whole roof of a logistics center, and therefore you can increase your area utilization and therefore eventually generate more energy for your available area. And on the right side, you see a desert application where you see that we do need more area to generate the electricity, but in these kind of applications, the area is kind of free, so there's not a lot of cost for land ownership. So therefore, it doesn't matter if you need a bit more area to apply your solar modules to. So this has been confirmed with NRL and Shell. So the conclusions here were that 12% efficient Powerfoil modules are a more cost-effective way for an 100 megawatt PV plant than traditional glass solar panels at 18% energy efficiency. The temperature increased caused by the ground mounting. That's what we did with the desert application. Does not lead to significant power loss of the Powerfoil modules due to the temperature coefficient. And Powerfoil will withstand high temperature and high UV operating conditions in a desert environment, which is probably the harshest environment that you can have for solar modules. So an example of an application that we applied a couple of years back is with Vopak, the oil storage company in the Netherlands, where we applied our solar modules on top of a storage tank. This is for edible oils. And after this installation, Vopak was that happy with the installation that they decided to invest in the company, and we further certified our modules to be applied on top of diesel storage tanks. So you can imagine that there are a lot of regulations around safety for diesel storage tanks or any other ATEX zones, but we got our product certified for ATEX Zone 1, which implies that there is no possibility for a spark to occur while installed. So therefore, it's the highest safety certificate that you can have for solar panels. And we're currently in the process of installing 1 megawatt in solar Powerfoil modules in Rotterdam on ATEX Zone 1 storage tank. So this is the ATEX Zone 1 certificate that we obtained, where you can see that we can apply the solar modules in ATEX Zone 1 areas. For the next couple of years, we have a technology roadmap where you can see that our 12% product has been obtained, but also we're working to develop higher efficiency products where we also tend to increase the efficiency by applying more active layers to the product, where we see that eventually around 2023, so in 2 years, we will reach an energy efficiency of 25%. And that's the point where we intend to have the factory scaled up, also in the Netherlands, but also in Indonesia. So I would like to thank everyone for their attention, and I would be happy to answer all your questions. And feel free to reach out. I can share this presentation after this webinar. Feel free to reach out if you have any further questions. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Max. Ladies and gentlemen, HyET Solar and PT Pertamina has signed a contract with the intention to build a Powerfoil manufacturing facility in Indonesia. Indonesia is the perfect market to build this factory, as Powerfoil can be made with materials that can be sourced locally, with its benefit for the local economy and cost saving in material costs. In addition, research shows that Powerfoil has a significantly better performance ratio in tropical climates. All right, everyone, that was the last presentation. Should there are some questions you like to know about the products which presented today, please don't hesitate to ask in comment section. Don't forget to write down your name, the speaker you like to ask, and of course the question. All right, let's see. Now the first question addressed to Dixon Technologies, Mr. Vikash.
Yes.
The question is, what's the advantages that Dixon offers to customers compared to other LED brands? And one other question is, what about the waste? Do you also handle the waste of the product? All right, can you respond on it?
Yeah. So when we talk about why we are and how we are differentiated from our competitors, because one benefit that we have is we are one of the largest producer, and we have the buying power, we have the resources available, we have the scale available, then we have the all the compliances available which are required for Europe, US market. So our competitions, which are of the smaller scale, that is not able to offer that, I would say, those compliances with respect to the legal, social, environmental, and with respect to and another reason is that we are the one of the players who is the backward integrated. We have plastic molding in house, we have wire bonding factory in house. So that makes us more competitive. And answering your second question, we do have waste handling partners with us who handle our waste and do recycle, because in India, if we talk about India has in last 3 years, India launched, the government launched where we need to handle our waste, whatever production we produce it. So we need to handle that waste in respective particular time duration. So we do have our partners with us who handle the waste for LED lighting and other electronic products.
Wow, that's very good to know. All right, thank you, Mr. Vikash. Let's see the question to Sungrow, Pak Rahmat. Can you share us a bit what benefits that your products give to the environment? Can it level up the water quality where the products are placed or are installed? That's the first question. Okay, can you respond?
Okay, thank you for your questions. I will try to answer it. That after basically the technology of a floating PV is still new even around the world. So with our current research, with our current install base project, we found that after we putting the floaters structure above the water surface, we found that the growth of the plantation, like algae or another kind of plants that grow in the water surface, is reduced significantly before we put the plastic floaters and after we put the plastic floaters. By reducing the algae growth and also with the natural cooling effect of between the floaters and also with the water, it happens that the water evaporation rate is quite reduced. So it's preserve the quantity and the quality of the water reservoir itself. So with kind of the phenomenon in our projects, with the water evaporation rate is going down, and also the growth of the algae is reduced. It also reduced the pollution effect due to the algae growth. So basically, we have a conclusion that after putting the plastic floaters, it will improve the quality of the creatures below the water surface. Thank you.
All right. Now we go to Mr. Max. The question: what is Powerfoil efficiency when compared to mono and poly solar panel type? Can you describe a bit? Sorry, your volume.
Sorry. So yeah, at the moment we have a 12% efficient product compared to around 18 to 20% efficient glass solar panels, which is monocrystalline or polycrystalline. As mentioned in the presentation, we are aiming at 25% in a couple of years. That's on our technology roadmap. but that takes a while because we are scaling up the factory as well. So at the moment it's 12%, but we're aiming at way higher efficiencies than that.
Ah, okay, I see. And what about the maintenance of your products?
We use an ATFE top layer, so it's everything washes off with water, so you basically don't need to clean it. Of course, if you do have a flat installation, there might some soiling occur, and then we would advise to clean when you see the energy efficiency drop.
Mm-hmm. Okay. About your products, how long is the lifetime of your product?
Yeah, so we give a 25-year lifetime guarantee. We're working on longer lifetime guarantees, but at the moment it's 20-year, which is a standard in the market.
Oh, it's very long. It's very good. Okay, then okay, now I'm back to Mr. Vikash. Mr. Vikash, can you share us a bit? I mean, how can you ensure us to buy your products? I mean, can you share a bit the benefits to purchase your products for us?
Benefit which I already mentioned, yes, we are the largest, and when we are saying largest, which makes us competitive also, which we have the economy of scale, right? And we have product acceptability of our product acceptability.
Mm-hmm.
Not even regional players now, we are getting to the globally also. So our products are getting accepted globally. So the benefit, another we can say, we are in line with the players who are supplying to Europe market, US market, so Australia market. So we are already supplying now. We have started supplying to. We are already supplying to Southeast Asia. We are already supplying to USA. So now we are expanding it to another directly to. We are supplying to Philips Indonesia also. So why Philips will be taking our products not available from I would say China, let's say. So we are competitive with respect to our quality, product pricing. So the kind of products we are in, some of our products are more of commoditized. It's a very price sensitive, I would say. So when we are saying very price sensitive, of course, it would have more price traction compared with another product specification. But yes, we do comply all those product specification and the pricing and the product quality. This is not the least parameter for us, definitely. So that's our product competitiveness, because we have scale. We have a product bandwidth. We have a strong R&D team. We have 50 engineers in our R&D team, and we are working with one of the few of the players in United States markets for our patents also, which are like of life-saving bulbs, which has an alarm, which has a CO2 detection, which has a I would say inbuilt voice detection, working as an intercom. So we are working with on these technologies also. Not even the regular products. Yes, we are working with the future technologies also with our customers across the globe. So we stand perfect when customers are looking for China Plus One strategy.
All right. Okay. Now we have one question for Mr. Max. How to manage the module temperature, as the model has direct contact to the surface, which means no air circulation behind the model. Can you explain a bit, Mr. Max?
Yeah, sure. We've been around for a couple of years, of course, for more than 10 years at the moment. So we did a lot of tests internally, but also with our installations. Usually we do a demo installation and we install a temperature sensor and a solar radiance sensor to build basically a weather station around the installation to monitor all the parameters. And what we saw in an installation in Oman, where it's pretty warm, of course, because it's in the middle of the desert, we saw that the module temperature would reach a maximum of 70 degrees Celsius. That is warm, of course, but if you compare that to glass solar panels, that's quite the same. So the air circulation compared to the material basics, how the module will lose its heat, are quite the same.
Oh, I see. All right. Thank you for the answer.
It's a really thin material, so it doesn't really heat up that much.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I would like to ask all speakers to sum up, to give us one or two sentences for the closing. We start from Mr. Vikash.
Yeah, I would like to thank Ms. Yun for this opportunity, for providing us the platform, for giving our views, giving us as a whole. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we could not visit Indonesia for the live.
Mr. Vikash, are you still there?
Right. Where we could interact with our strengths.
Thank you for being with us today, Mr. Vikash. And Pak Rahmat, can you share a bit and convince customers to use your products as our closing?
Firstly, thank you for this opportunity to explain our expertise and our product more. We hope this new kind of clean and safe technology can boost the energy growth in Indonesia, while at the same time sustain the energy provided to our society. So hopefully this new technology will be the new motor of economic for Indonesia with the more clean and safe energy. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rahmat. And now, Mr. Max.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having us here. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it in person due to obvious reasons, but I'm really happy that we could share our information here, and good to hear these good questions from you all. Of course, we're happy to be partnering with Pertamina and showing the intention to build a factory in Indonesia and to be able to produce in the country. So yeah, we'll probably show a lot of company presence in the country in the coming years, and I'm really happy to do so. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you to all speakers today, Mr. Vikash, Mr. Rahmat, and Mr. Max. I wish the best to you all, and that was such a good presentation. Thank you for all audiences in taking parts. And as the timing for Q&A is finished, then it's the end of our session. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are very grateful for your presence here to be with us. I am Bun Liun from GEM Indonesia, and I return the stage to our MC, Ms. Mera. Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for Mrs. Bun Liun for managing these sessions. For all speaker and moderator, we will take a photo together. I will count to 3 to take a picture. Everyone ready? 1, 2, 3. Please hold on. Okay, finish. Thank you, everyone. We would like to thank you for all speakers for sharing your product information with all of us in the sessions. And we also thanks for Mrs. Moon Yoon as the moderator who has made the session more interesting. And of course, we appreciate and thank you to all audience for your attention. Next, as a sign of appreciation from us, we will give virtual certificate for all speakers. For the first virtual certificate goes to Mr. Vikash Juneja from Dixon Tech. Next, to Mr. Rahmat Hardityo from Huainan Sungrow Flooding Module Science and Tech Ltd.
Thank you, thank you.
And the last from Mr. Max Middelman from HyET Solar Netherlands BV. For all speakers, thanks for your time and presentations. Hopefully you will stay healthy and we can meet again at other events. For your information, the virtual certificate will be sent directly to your email. And for all audience, if you need presentation material from our speaker in the sessions, please fill the form that informed in the chat column, or please contact our team to get the registration link. We would like to inform you, besides this webinar, you can visit the virtual expo for solar energy, lighting, smart city, and electronic industry digital expo. You can join through the link which feature on your screen. Please feel free to visit and have contact with our exhibitor. The exhibitor will join in our virtual expo, not only from Indonesia, but also overseas. In addition, we would like to invite you to our offline show, which will be held on 30 September until 2nd October 2021 at Jakarta International Expo, JI Expo Kemayoran, Jakarta, Indonesia. We will be glad to welcome you in this great event. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished the last sessions of product knowledge presentations. Surely this webinar can give benefit for all of us. It is an honor for us, GEM Indonesia, to present the product knowledge presentation from the exhibitor of solar energy, lighting, smart city, and electronic digital show. And we would like to thanks again to our sponsor, speaker, moderator, and exhibitor for their support on this event. And our deepest gratitude is also addressed to all audience who are supporting us with your attention. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am Mera Sugandi as MC. I apologize for any mistake in presenting the sessions. It's been my pleasure to host this event. We should take care and stay healthy. Thank you very much and good afternoon, everyone.
Kami dari PT Selaras Daya Utama atau sering dipanggil Sedayu, kita adalah perusahaan EPC panel surya yang membangun berbagai panel surya di Indonesia. Sejak saat ini kita sudah 10 tahun berdiri di Indonesia, lebih dari 200 proyek. Kita sudah mengikuti pameran Solartech ini lebih dari 3 kali, mana kita mendapatkan banyak leads, kesempatan untuk ketemu dengan supplier, prinsipal juga, dan mendapatkan leads baru juga untuk kita mengembangkan industri tenaga surya di Indonesia. Terima kasih.
So for GEM Solar, we've been working in the industry, and last year, 2018, we are the #1 in terms of solar cell production, which is a key component of the power solutions. In Indonesia, we hope we can do the same thing. It's a very good platform And for years, we've been working, attending Solartech. And this year, the traffic is very from yesterday. We're already receiving many inquiries in terms of the solar roof and also the solar farms.
Hello Solartech team, 2019 BayWa RE Indonesia. We're a German-based company focusing on project development, investing into renewables, and that is mainly on PV solar, utility scale. We're very happy to be here at this trade fair and had a tremendous experience on the first day. Lots of interested parties, clients, potential developers we can work with, suppliers, and would encourage the team to keep this up and keep on running a very good trade show. Would encourage more companies, especially from Europe or the Americas, to join this conference. Look at Indonesia as an emerging market, great potential, not the easiest, but it's a huge country in the Solartech 2020 next year. Thank you very much.
Kami dari Kementerian SDM, Direktorat Jenderal Energi Baru Terbarukan dan Konservasi Energi. Di pameran kali ini kita lebih memfokuskan Peraturan Menteri yang baru tentang pembangkit listrik tenaga surya atap, yaitu Peraturan Menteri Nomor 49 Tahun 2018. Pengunjung di pameran kali ini rata-rata mereka yang memang sudah mengerti tentang energi surya dan memang mencari informasi mengenai peraturan-peraturan atau hal teknis yang lain tentang energi surya di Indonesia.